Hey guys, so let's talk Catching Jordan by Miranda Kenneally for just a couple minutes. This book has been released for quite a while, like over a year, but I just barely got around to finishing it fairly recently. I put off reading it just because it just didn't seem like the kind of book that I'd like. I don't mind contemporary, but honestly, Sarah Deason is basically the queen of contemporary, and I feel like nothing ever really compares, so it's hard for me to really get into it. And besides that, it was about a tomboy who is the star quarterback of her high school football team and wants to continue to play football throughout college, and it wasn't really something that I could relate to, I guess. It's not that I don't like sports and that I don't like football, it's just, I don't know, it just was unusual, and I didn't really think that I'd like it. I thought there would be too much focus on football, and there was a lot of focus on football, but I think more so it was just a lot of focus on just teenagers in general, like just how they are, and the whole female-male dynamic, and trying to adjust to that stage. I mean, Jordan has been practically like a dude her entire life, and I feel like when you're going through puberty initially, for me, I was really good friends with a lot of guys, and then you start going through puberty, and all of a sudden things start getting this whole other element to them. And for Jordan, that never really happened. She had just always been one of the guys, and then all of a sudden she sees this hunk across the football field, and she's like madly in love and whatever, and then at that moment she starts going through like puberty almost. It's like all of a sudden she's like more aware of the fact that these are guys, and that guys are good for some things, but sometimes you also need some girlfriends to chat about guys with, and about other things too, and I really liked that. And the other thing that I really liked, I felt like there was a really good just girl dynamic. In the beginning, Jordan is very anti-girl, and she does not like girls, and she cannot understand their pointless conversations, and by the end she realizes, like, hey, they're just like me, and I need these girls, and I need them to be my friends. I feel like a lot of times in a decent amount of young adult fiction and a decent amount of just entertainment in general, there's a lot of that mean girl mentality, and there's a lot of really bad girls and a lot of bad girl dynamics, just all these girls competing, and I feel like that really sets girls up in general to kind of emulate that sort of behavior. And I really like that this book starts off one way, and at the end she feels a different way, and that it just has this really, like, at the end of the book I was like, oh, I wish I had a better, not even a better group. I have great girlfriends, but I just wish I had, like those girls. Like, that's so cool. Like, they have this. So yeah, enough rambling. Overall, I really, really liked Catching Jordan. I read it in one weekend, which these days is like almost impossible for me to do. It's getting harder and harder for me to really be drawn into a book because I just read so much. It's like, I've seen this story. But I hadn't seen this story before. It was very, very good. It was very refreshing. There are some F-bombs and some other cuss words, but I mean, it's a high school football team. It's not really that surprising, I don't think. Yeah, I would highly recommend reading this just because it's just such a great, like, coming of age sort of story. It's awesome. There's a good kind of predictable twist, but it was just great, and I felt very connected to all of the characters. I was sad to be leaving. I felt like they were in my high school class or something, that we were all friends or something. I don't know. And I think that's rare sometimes to really feel connected to the book. So Catching Jordan, I would highly recommend it. I'm really excited to read some of the other books that Miranda has published. So yeah, see ya.